employee for the last 15 years. Please be aware that I have never had one bad evaluation in the last 12 years as a teacher. I would also like to inform you that I was entitled to 3 family leaves, and I have only used 10 days in total because I feel a deep sense of obligation and loyalty to my students and community. I would like to discuss an incident that occurred during my short observation of domains 1, 2, and 3. Protocol states that I am entitled to a pre-conference and that a date was to be made collaboratively. I was denied this, just as I have been with so many other things in my career. I was given less than 15 hours notice, and yet I was still prepared. Excited and hopeful to have an opportunity to discuss the needs of the children, I was now in disbelief that I had the dishonor of meeting a supervisor who came to me unprepared and with a total condemnation upon arrival. The supervisor was under the impression that I taught special education, scolding me on my SWATs, which are in the curriculum, followed by complaints that my pre-test scores were too low, and questioning me on why I integrate writing in my lessons. I tried to explain, but she interjected. Miss Vesta, are you going to listen to me? Do you want to be effective? Any attempts to explain or discuss were derailed. Relentless, degrading, and belittling every shrewd comment projected was inapplicable to me and my curriculum. Then I was asked for my last evaluation score. Uncertain of her inquiry's purpose, I respectfully responded. And in turn she said, "Let's see what your problem is." It was conclusive. My evaluation began before she entered my class. I then began my lessons. Students were working collaboratively and engaged. Within 10 minutes into my lesson, I noticed a student whose response was incorrect. I then asked the student to explain why she placed the description in that category. Suddenly, the supervisor slams her hands on a desk and said, "Miss Vesta, this is why you're ineffective." Right in front of my startled 7th grade students, she went on and on and on, and then began flicking my students' work, from the bulletin board, announcing to all this work means nothing. It is not in my nature to be disrespectful to anyone or insult, but I must inform you that this was highly inappropriate behavior. I had students crying, and many visibly shaking. It did not take long before many throughout the school knew what just happened. Students and parents came hugging to express their appreciation the following day through parent distribution night. In the next following weeks, I experienced an injury which was debilitating, and I was informed that it was caused by stress. Against doctor's orders, I returned to work. Upon my return, that same supervisor ambushes my class and demands to see me to complete the observation. I informed her that my prep is in the morning. She wouldn't budge. We then met during my lunch period. My replies were kind and without a hint of harshness, which for others may have been justifiable. It took a great deal of strength to address her regarding my treatment. I stated, "Your intentions may have been well, but your method was unprofessional." She then went on to say that she made a mistake and that she infused the pre-conference with the short observation. I then said, "Please don't do this again." And she said, "Miss Vesta, I had a deadline, Miss Vesta, I had a deadline." That evening, I checked my evaluation, only to discover she lowered my scores from the original. Fabricated that I ignored her email, commented that I never bothered looking at my evaluation, and that I was the one who asked to see her during her lunch break. In conclusion, I bring this to your attention, and I understand your need for effective teachers. However, this particular ineffective supervisor continues to evaluate. Unprepared, unprofessional, and uninformed, she is part of a group who I highly respect to be the ears and to be the eyes and the ears of the board, ensuring teachers are working in the curriculum-based unified manner. I later find out that she is notorious.
Thank you, Ms. Vesta.